What is up, everybody? Hope you guys are having a great day. A little bit of a different video for you guys today. Stumbled across a Finastra and Veem announcement, which we'll be going over shortly, which led me to kind of a crazy portion of a swell panel from 2017, Ripple's swell, talking about the XRP market cap, if it is going to be injected into the legacy system, needing to be orders of magnitude higher. Pretty obviously common sense, but it's a really interesting video, kind of talking about the inefficiencies, or I guess I should say Bitcoin's pivot from a peer-to-peer transfer protocol to kind of that store of value aspect, which we've seen happen. Now, this is from 2017. I did want to start with this though, because also the XX Network Council. Precursor to that, obviously, you guys know I'm sponsored by XX for the privacy aspects and everything else, so not financial advice to go out there and buy anything. But I do think that it's interesting to listen to their network council, especially with Project Tourbillon being announced a few weeks back with the Bank for International Settlements Innovation Hub and the Swiss National Bank. You guys can check into this if you want to. ECASH 2.0, Project Tourbillon, Swiss National Bank, exploring cyber resiliency, scalability, and privacy in a prototype CBDC. You can kind of see the ECASH 2.0 white paper as well that was uploaded back in September. But I wanted to go through maybe 2 minutes of this real quick with you guys, because I think there's some interesting tidbits in here about not necessarily just being an initiative that could be used by the Swiss National Bank under the umbrella of the Bank for International Settlements Innovation Hub, but in other corridors as well. And then we're going to get into this this swell by Ripple video. So a little bit of a different animal video for me. I usually don't do a lot of sound clips. Today you're going to get a couple that I think are important though, so I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to start with the XX one.
Jim, I just want to say one thing about the cash stuff. And a lot of this, it's fairly well described, at least at the first level, on the, Innovation Center BIS website and in the Washington Post, for God's sakes, But what's not made clear there, which is critical for people to understand, is that ECASH 2.0, like the Swiss National Bank implementation, the Innovation Center implementation, Project Tourbillon, is a subset of ECASH, not the other way around. So there may and probably will be ECASH 2.0 implementations, probably, in UAE, for example. I'm not saying that because it's not, that's not, it hasn't been agreed to, it's not, but that's the kind of thing that's likely to happen kind of thing. But it makes the point that eCash 2.0 is about digital cash globally. It's not just about the Swiss National Bank. Just want to make that point. And they don't control eCash 2.0. They control the Innovation Center under the Bank of International Settlements, which is located in Zurich. They control Project Tourbillon, but they don't control eCash 2.0, broadly speaking. Just want to make that conceptual point.
Yeah, thanks, Jim. I mean, yeah.
I think David goes on to say we should be careful a little bit about what we're saying. So obviously take all of that with a grain of salt, but pretty interesting to see that there's going to be multiple corridors for all of these kind of initiatives, especially dealing in CBDCs. It'll be interesting to watch eCash 2.0. It'll be interesting to watch how the XX network plays a role into some of these aspects moving forward in the future. And I did want to share that with you guys. This is public. The network council meeting, you feel free to go on to XX Network's YouTube, subscribe, ring the little bell there, and take a look through some of the council meetings. All right, getting into kind of this really interesting XRP video from 2017. Again, it's from 2017, I understand, but a lot of the times when I'm doing research on a daily basis, I stumble across things that are newer. I try to find linkages or interesting content, and today was certainly the case. So Finastra and Veem announced partnership to equip banks with digital accounts processing and accounts receivable solutions. The business payments network Veem enables users of Finastra's Fusion digital banking to easily perform payments transactions. So I always kind of look at a number of organizations to see if they've come out with anything new, because we do know that Finastra is not only partners with Ripple, but Finastra can utilize on-demand liquidity, and Finastra can utilize, or Finastra's clients can utilize XRP as well. We've seen that. That's all the way back in 2018. Great. But December 8th, 2022, Finastra and Veem partner. So I'm looking back to see if there's anything interesting that I could tie in with Veem. First and foremost, you can kind of see here there's a tweet put out tagging Veem, tagging Ripple, tagging XRP, tagging payments, tagging banking, and you see Veem kind of responding to that. That's all the way back in 2017 as well. And Bank XRP, one of the old schoolest of old school XRP researchers out there. This is from 2020. A great talk by David Schwartz, CTO of Ripple, talking about creating standards for payments at Developer Week or Dev Week 2020. It's the connections between the silos that we need to federate. So Veem supporting David Schwartz at that panel speech as well. This speech is interesting to me. So again, I'm probably going to lead us out with this, but you can look at the market cap of XRP right now, $19.46 billion. And I wanted to share this with you guys because I don't know, I actually never saw this before. Maybe it would be interesting to you as well. I hope you guys enjoy it.
Value is there. I think, in fact, when you look at Bitcoin, the initial adoption of Bitcoin is all about retail, and that didn't pan out. And suddenly you have millions of people who hold it. They're just going to hold it. So what's become the use case for Bitcoin is just a store of value. And I think that will persist, and somehow they landed on that, and that's maybe going to persist in the future.
I should say that you have the CEO of Veem right there as well on that panel.
Persist into the future. But XRP, it's really about this very fundamental driver of demand. Yeah, I mean, if XRP is going to be inserted deeply into the financial system, the market cap has to be orders of magnitude bigger. It has to be able to support institutional flows in the orders of magnitude of trillions of dollars. You know, today it's a lot smaller. I think it's right around $30 billion. But you know, when you look at
the market cap, I thought, or you're talking about the transaction volume.
The market cap of so there's 100 billion XRP, and the market cap is trading around 30 cents, so it's about $30 billion. Okay. So yeah, I mean, I think that the current users and sort of the crawl, walk, run of growing the capital market, if you will, around XRP is going to be about fundamental demand, and that comes from companies like Veem. And as more companies like Veem start to use XRP and use digital currencies in their funding flows, they're going to be putting a massive amount of pressure on banks and larger financial institutions to start using this as well, or they're going to be toast. They're not going to be able to compete and be as nimble as a company like Veem, who doesn't have to operate with any treasury overhead and all the cost complications that are currently a core part of running a global payments business.
Absolutely. And to prepare for that, you have to start now. And that's for me the key message is the market is changing, the market infrastructure, the rules are changing, and I think you have to embrace the technology to prepare yourself for that tipping point. And the tipping point can be a little bit out there, but if that happens, if you're not in position to respond to that has a significant impact on your own market position.
Yeah. Okay.
Lots of alpha within that, right? This is all the way back in 2017. So we think about all the tech integrations that we see. We think about all the integrations. You know, I know there's a separation between XRP and Ripple, certainly at this point in time. But you can look at all the integrations that have went on with Ripple up until 2017, 2018, and a lot of those things kind of went dark. And then you see the lawsuit obviously occur. Just interesting is all, in my opinion, because even the gentleman on there, I think I agree with him. He says, you know, a lot of these organizations have to prepare because at some point there is going to be a tipping point with this technology, with these digital assets. And from a banking standpoint, a traditional finance standpoint, it takes most of these banks and traditional institutions years to test, to do proof of concept work. Yeah, I'm just curious where they're at right now because this was 5 years ago. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Obviously not financial advice within XRP or anything like that. Same thing with XX, but I did want to share those two videos with you. I thought that they were really interesting. Certainly interesting from the ECASH 2.0 standpoint, not just necessarily with the Swiss National Bank and under the umbrella of kind of the Bank for International Settlements aspects and their innovation hub, but use cases for essentially like digital representations of fiat with privacy aspects and across multiple different areas in the world. And then same thing with XRP. Just a really interesting kind of older interview that we sometimes stumble across and some great tidbits in there. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll talk to you when I talk to you. Thank you. Bye.